today we will learn how to multiply two decimal fractions or two decimal values. So first remember that if we multiply any decimal number with 10, then the decimal point shifts one place to the right. Okay, so our product will be 84.59. Another example, suppose 7.53 into 10. The decimal point shifts one place to the right. Okay, so our answer will be 75.3. Again, if we multiply same number with 100, the decimal point shifts two decimal places to the right. So our product will be 845.9. 10th place and then 100th place. So the decimal point will shift two decimal places. 1/10th place and then 100th place. So to the right. Next, suppose if we multiply 7.53 with 100, it will give us decimal point shift two decimal places. So 1, 2. So 753.0, or we can write it as whole number 753. And last fact is, if we multiply the same number with 1000, the decimal point will shift three decimal places. 1, 2, 3. After three decimal places to the right. So the product will be 8459, then 0.0, or write it as the whole number 8459. Same, if we multiply 7.53 with 1000, it will give us again the point will shift three decimal places. So here we have two digits, right? So our product will be 7530.0. Consider one extra 0. Why? Because here we have only two digits, but we have to shift this point at three decimal places to the right. Okay, that's why we are taking 1 0 extra. So 1's place, 2 place, and then add three decimal place. Okay, so these three facts are important. Now notice one thing from these three facts. If we multiply by 10, the decimal point shifts one place, right? If we multiply by 100, the decimal point shifts two decimal places. And if we multiply a number with thousands, then the decimal point shifts three decimal places, which means look at the number of zeros. If we multiply by, if there is 1 0 followed by 1, then the decimal point shifts one place to the right. If here we have 2 zeros, right, followed by 1, then the point shifts 2 decimal places to the right. And here we have 3 zeros followed by 1. That's why the decimal point shifts 3 decimal places to the right. Okay? Now come to exercise 5.7. Here question number 2a. 96.82 into 10. So here we have only 1 0, right? So the decimal point will shift 1 decimal place. So 96.8.2. So our product is 968.2 to the right. Okay. Next, here we have to multiply the same number with 100. Here 1 is followed by 2 zeros, right? So the decimal point will shift at 2 decimal places to the right. 9, 6, 8, 1's place, and then add 2 decimal places. 0. Now this number is equal to 9,682, which is a whole number. Next, multiply the same number with 1000. Here 1 is followed by 3 zeros, right? So the decimal point will shift at 3 decimal places to the right. But here we have only 2 digits, right? So write A, 2, and then take 1 extra 0 and then insert the point 0. So this is also equal to 96,820. Okay. Same for question number B. Here we have to multiply 7.845 with 10. Again 1 0, so the decimal point will shift at 1 decimal place. So 78.45. Next, here our multiplier is 100, which means 1 is followed by 2 zeros. So shift this decimal point at 2 decimal places to the right. So 4, and then insert the point 5. So our answer is 784.5. And next, here we have to multiply the same number with 1000. So 1000, 1 is followed by 3 zeros, which means we have to shift this decimal point at 3 decimal places to the right. So write 4, 5, and then insert the point. So the point was here, right? So 1's place, 2's place, and then 3rd place. So write here point 0, which is also equal to 7,845, whole number. Next, we will solve question number 4. Now, look at here. Our multiplicand is 16.8 and our product is 168, right? Which means the point has shifted at 1 decimal place, right? Which means we have to multiply 16.8 with 10. Because we know that if there is 1 0 followed by 1, then the decimal point shifts 1 decimal place. right? So that's why we have to multiply here by 10. Next, look at the multiplicand. Here we have 217.96. But look at the product. Here we have 2179.6, which means again the point has shifted one decimal place, right? So again multiply by 10. Next, question number E. Here the point has shifted 1, 2, 3. 3 decimal places, which means we have to multiply this 2.808 with 1, 2, 3, which means by 1000, because in 1000 there is 3 zeros followed by 1, right? That's why the decimal point is shifting at 3 decimal places to the right. So our product is 2808.0, or we can write it as the whole number 2808. Next, we have to learn how to multiply 2 decimal fractions. Suppose here we have to multiply 2.1 and 3.3. Okay? Now, 2.1, this number, the point has 1 decimal place, right? And this number 3.3, the point has also 1 decimal place. Okay? So first count that the point has 1 decimal place, and next point 3.3 also has 1 decimal place. Now you know that what is decimal place? The number of digits after the decimal point are known as decimal place or decimal places. So here after this decimal point we have only 1 digit. That's why it has 1 decimal place. And this number also, after this decimal point, here we have only 1 digit. That's why this number has also 1 decimal place. Now consider 2.1 as the whole number 21 and 3.3 as the whole number 33. Now you are familiar of the multiplication of 2 whole numbers, right? So multiply these 2 numbers as we do for whole numbers. So 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. 3, 3 plus 9, 6 plus 3, 9 and 6. So our product is 693, right? Now add the number of decimal places, which means in our first number we have 1 decimal place, and in our second number we have also 1 decimal place. So add the number of decimal places. So 1 plus 1 is equals to 2, right? Now insert the decimal point from right. Insert the decimal point in this product from right at 2 decimal places. At what? 2 decimal places. So 1, 2. So insert the point here. So our answer is 2.1 into 3.3 is equals to 6.93. Do you understand the process? So now solve question number 3. And 0.9. 0.59 and 0.4. See. Here, our first decimal number is 4.03, which means this number has 2 decimal places. 1, 2. So, 2 decimal places. And second number 0.9 has 1 decimal places. 1 decimal place. Now, consider 4.03 as whole number 403, which means 403, and 0.9 as 09, which means 9 only. Now multiply. 2, 9, 0, 0, 0 plus 2, 2, 36. Now add this to add the number of decimal places. So first, in our first number we have 2 decimal places, and in our second number we have 1 decimal places. So add the number of decimal places. So 2 plus 1 equals to 3. Now insert the decimal point in the product from right at what? At 3 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3. So insert the point here. So our answer, which means the product of 4.03 and 0.9 is 3.627. Consider the next problem. Again here, first number has 2 decimal places. Okay? And the second number 0.4 has 1 decimal place. Okay? Now consider 059 as the whole number. 059, which is only 59, and 0.4 as 04, which means only 4. Now multiply these two whole numbers. So 9 4s are 36, 20 plus 3, so 236. Now add the number of decimal places. So 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. Now insert the decimal point from right at what? At 3 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3. Add the decimal point here. Now in this number we have nothing in our whole number part, right? So we can consider 1, 0, and we can write this number 0.236 as 0.236, where 0 is our whole number part and 236 is our decimal part. So our answer is the multiplication or product of these two numbers is 0.236. Now here we have to multiply one decimal number with a whole number. Here also we have to multiply 96.94 with a whole number 7. So apply the same process. First, count the number of decimal places. So here in this number it has only 1 decimal place, right? And consider 9. Now 9 is a whole number, right? Which means in this number, the whole number part is 9, but the decimal part is 0. What? The decimal part is 0. So 9 has no decimal places, which means 0 decimal place. Okay? Now consider 7.2 as the whole number 72 and 9 multiplied with 9. So 9 to the 18 and 64. Now add the number of decimal places. So 1 plus 0 is equals to 1, right? So by the same process, insert the decimal point from right at 1 decimal place. So 1 decimal place. So our answer is 64.8. Now in this number 96.94 has 2 decimal places, right? 2 digits, 1, 2. So 10th place, 10 hundredths place, which means 2 decimal places. And again whole number 7 has only 0 decimal place. Okay? Now consider 96.94 as whole number. Ignore the decimal point and write the number as whole number 9694 and then multiply with 7. So 2 is 6 67. Now add the number of decimal places. So 2 plus 0, 2 plus 0 is equals to 2. Same, insert the decimal place, insert the decimal point from right at 2 decimal places. So 1, 2 here. So our answer is 678, which means 678.58. Next, question number 5b. Aditya bought 3.4 kilograms of coffee that cost 6.95 rupees per kilogram. What is the meaning of this term? Per kilogram. So 6.95 per kilogram. It means the cost of 1 kg coffee is 6.95 rupees. So the meaning of per kilogram is, it means 1 kg, the cost of 1 kg coffee is 6.95 rupees. So here we have to find the cost of 3.4 kilograms of coffee. So here 1 kg, cost of 1 kg of coffee is 6.95. We have to find the cost of 3.4 kg of coffee. So the cost of 3.4 kg of coffee is multiply 6.95 and 3.4. Okay? So consider 6.95. Here in this number it has 2 decimal places. And in this number 3.4 has 1 decimal place, right? Now consider 695 as the whole number 695 and 3.4 as 34, and now multiply as we do for whole numbers. So 20 It is 3. 3 5s are 15. 2. So 0. Now add. So this is the product of these two whole numbers, right? Now add the number of decimal places. So 2 plus 1 is equals to 3, right? Now insert the decimal point from right at 3 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3. So insert the point here. So the cost of 3.4 kg coffee is 23.630 rupees. Next we will learn the division of 2 or decimal fractions. Okay. So in case of division, again you have to remember 3 facts. Suppose consider any decimal fraction 5986.2. Okay, 5986.2. And if we divide this number by 10. Again, now in case of division, the point will shift 1 place to the left, not right. 1 place to the left. So our answer will be 598.62, which means 598.62. Same, if we divide this this number by 100. Again the point shifts 2 places to the left, or to the left. So 59.862, which means 59.862. And next, if we divide the same number again by 1000, again the point will shift at 3 places or to the left. Okay. So 5.9862. So again, if we divide by 10, the point will shift 1 place to the left. If we divide by 100, which means 1 is followed by 2 zeros, the point will shift 2 places to the left. Again, if we divide by 1000, which means 3 zeros followed by 1, so the point will shift at 3 places, not right, to the left. Now notice one thing. Here in this point, the whole number part is 598.62. So the whole number part is 598. But when we divide the same number by 100, we will get the whole number part as 59. And again, when we divide the same number by 1000, we will get the number where the whole number part is only 5. And we know that 598 is more than 59 and 59 is more than 5, which means this is the bigger number among these three numbers and this is the smaller number among these three numbers. Now divide 72.8 by 10. Again the point will shift one place to the left. So 7.28. Next we have to divide the same number by 100, which means 2 zeros. One is followed by 2 zeros. So the point will shift at 2 places to the left. So 0.728. Now here take 10 as the whole number part. Next we have to divide the same number by 1000. So here in 1000 we have 3 zeros, right? So the point will shift 3 places to the left. But here we have only 2 digits, right? So we have to take 1 extra 0. 7 to 8 and insert the point here. Now again in this number, the whole number part is 0. Next, we have to divide 11.08 by 10. Shift the decimal point at 1 decimal place to the left. So 1.108. Next, divide the same number by 100. So the decimal point will shift at 2 places to the left. So 0.1108. Here also we have nothing in the whole number part. So take 1 0 here. So this is our answers. Here we have to divide 30.05 by 5. So here 30.05 is our dividend and 5 is our divisor, right? So first write 30.05 as our dividend and take 5 as the divisor. Now divide this number by 5 as we do for whole numbers. Okay? But write, don't ignore this point. Write this point, but divide this number by 5 as whole number. Okay? Now 5 6 are 30. Take this 0 here and write 5. Now 5 ones are 5. Now insert the decimal point just above this decimal point of the dividend. So insert the decimal point here. Is it clear? Next, here our dividend is 12.8 and our divisor is 8. Okay? Again divide 12.8 by 8 as we do for whole numbers. So 8 ones are 8. Now subtract. We'll get 4 here. Now take this. 4 is smaller than 8, right? So 4 is not divisible by 8. We have to take this 8 here. Now 6 8s are 48. Again write this decimal point. Write the decimal point just above this decimal point of the dividend. So our answer is 1.6 and here our quotient is 6.01. Now consider this problem. Here our dividend is 5.64, right? And our divisor is 6. Now 5 is not divisible by 6, right? So take 1 0 here and consider 5 6. Now 6 9s are 54, right? So So subtract 54 from 56. Ignore the point, but write here. Write the decimal point, but ignore this decimal point and subtract 54 from 56. So we will get 2. Now take this 4 here because 2 is not divisible by 6. So 4 6 are 24. Now insert the decimal point just above this decimal point of the dividend. Now in our next case, our dividend is 3.649 and divide by 4. Again 3 is not divisible by 4. So consider 1 0 and consider 36. Take here 0 and consider 36. So 4 9s are 36. So if we subtract 36 from 36, we will get 0. Now subtract 4 from 4, we will again get 0. Now take this 9. Now 4 2s are 8, right? Subtract 8 from 9, we will get 1. But 1 is not divisible by 4. Now, in that case, we have to consider 1 0 here. Now divide 10 by 4. 4 2s are 8. Again subtract 8 from 10, we will get 2, right? Now again 2 is not divisible by 4. So again consider 1 extra 0 and make it 20. Now 20 is divisible by 4, right? Because we know that 5 4s are 20. So our quotient is 0.91225. This type of problems are exceptional case. Okay, here we have to consider extra 0, and then again here we have to consider 1 extra 0. Now suppose here we will get 2 5. Suppose. So again subtract 20 from 25, we will get 5, right? Again 5, suppose here, consider here 23. Now subtract 20 from 23, we will get 3 here, right? Now again 3 is not divisible by 4. So again we have to consider 1 0. Okay? Now insert the decimal point just above the decimal point of the dividend. So our answer is 0.91225, which is the quotient if we divide this number by 4. And here the answer is 0.94. Now that was your last exercise of this chapter. So next day we will start a new chapter, and we all will have back our normal lives back, and till then stay safe and work hard.